What is up, people, and welcome to a new video on our channel. On this day, I'm actually 6 days out until my first weightlifting competition next week, Saturday. And actually today is my last really heavy session. I'm actually doing heavy clean and jerks, overhead squats, and then also heavy squats. Earlier this week, I already did my heavy snatch session, which went also quite good. I snatched 70 kilos and then 73 kilos after. That went quite smooth. And yeah, I'm quite excited how today's session is going to be. We'll also give you a quick recap of how the previous weeks went. So if you're interested, stay tuned and follow us during the video.
How are you feeling today, and what's on the menu as first exercise for today?
First exercise, overhead squats, just 3 sets of 3 reps. Actually, I've just the first set with the prescribed weight, so 50 kilos. Afterwards, I'm probably going to go to 60, and then afterwards like 70 or something, but not sure yet. Afterwards, we're going to the main exercise today, max out in clean and jerk. Obviously, that's the priority today, so we're not going super heavy on the overhead squats. And yeah, gonna do my first set now, see how this goes, and then yeah, we'll catch up to you later.
Nice. So what's your conclusion on your hip game, depth game?
Quite good. Actually, by the beginning of this week, I started to do some internal rotation work, since I basically figured out that I'm externally rotating my hip a little bit too much. So that's what I started to implement this week, and it actually helps a lot with how deep I can go in my hip mobility. And yeah, it actually worked quite well. Actually also PR'd an overhead squat. I actually never did 70. The most I did was 65. So yeah, good stuff. On to clean and jerk.
Since you continued with clean and jerk, can you let us know what were your last weights which you've done in previous training sessions?
I just did the 2 exercises really heavy separately. So I did heavy cleans and heavy presses, or heavy jerks, but no heavy clean and jerk. Actually, the heaviest clean and jerk I did was just for sets of 3, and I would think it was like 60 kilos or something. Yeah, so I have no idea. I'm just starting out with like 70 for a double now, then a second double, and afterwards the plan is to do a heavy single. Where I'm gonna land, no idea. I guess we'll find out.
You know who made it.
So what's your recap on your clean and jerk session today?
It was quite surprising. I think the heaviest I pressed over, or I jerked overhead was 70 kilos or something. So I now held 25 kilos more overhead. However, only 85 kilos was a good lift. So yeah, 90 and 95 kilos was actually a bad lift, since I basically did a press out. I didn't lock out my elbows properly. But in general, I felt the clean was quite strong. I could maybe clean 10 to maybe 20 kilos more, so that was fine. However, the jerk is still the bottleneck there, so I'm not quite strong and technically proficient. But we're gonna practice this, and then hopefully on competition day it's gonna be good.
Also, are you not planning to do a split jerk next week?
No, I was actually debating whether I was gonna do the split or just the regular stance. And the regular stance is just so much more easy for me from a technical standpoint. So for now we're going to do this, and then maybe during the next training block gonna focus on the split and basically get technically better there.
What's next?
Squat.
So, how did your squat go today?
Squats went okay-ish. I went up to 140 for a double. I could have done another rep. Probably could have done also 150 today, but I'm feeling pretty fatigued at this point, so I didn't want to push it unnecessarily. I know I can do more, but I think I'm just gonna cut it quits here today for the training session. But nevertheless, a few weeks ago when we went through a training camp, actually in Black Forest, which was quite nice, I squatted 150 for 3.
Cut! Jawohl. Cut! Jawohl.
Ja! Auf!
But yeah, that was quite surprising since I didn't squat over 100 kilos this year, which basically shows that I do have a lot of potential and strength that I can still activate at this point.
So, recapping overall, what's your favorite exercise now where you think you gained most of technique, while what's your still to work on exercise?
Well, I learned from weightlifting that you always have to work on technique, since something is always off, even though when you're a really proficient lifter and have been lifting for a long time. But for me, the clean and jerk feels more natural than the snatch. So at this point, it's the snatch that I still need to work on technically. And also, as you're seeing in the snatch clips that we have put over or we have laid over all of this clip here, especially the one from my heavy session this week, you're seeing that I'm still having issues squatting down and catching the bar in a low position. Even though my mobility has improved, it's still basically the motion of going down, catching the bar low. That is still quite tricky for me at this point. That's where I have to put in the most work during the next weeks and month to improve. But overall, yeah, I think it was a good process. I'd do it again, and I think I'll continue doing weightlifting since I really enjoy the sport at this point. It gives me a lot of benefits, and also taking a lot out of it at this point. Yeah, but as I said, the session today we're gonna call it a day for today. Next week there will just probably gonna be 2 light sessions, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday, and then the competition is gonna take place on Saturday. So yeah, 2 easy sessions next week, and that's it for the prep. It was a good process. It was really tricky at some points, but I think now in the last few weeks the training went quite good overall. I made quite good progress in my opinion, and yeah, that's it for the session today.